you care about age? Do you think about, like, oh, I'm going to be 90? Does that matter to you?
I don't think about it.
The legendary Clint Eastwood is leaving behind more than just a staggering wealth. Did you know that? With this unexpected heritage thrust onto his family, strong emotions are running high. Their hearts are broken not just by the money, but also by the profound impression Clint has made on them. How did this good fortune come to be, and how would it alter their whole worldview? Although he was born in San Francisco in 1930, Clint Eastwood did not come from a wealthy family. Neither he nor his relatives knew any famous people, and they were poor. Their lives was simple and unadorned. But Clint aspired to great things. He had lofty ambitions for someone with no ties to the entertainment industry, trying his hand at acting, despite the fact that his family was poor. But he didn't become renowned all of a sudden. Although Clint started acting in the 1950s, his breakthrough came in 1971. It was around this time that he portrayed the resolute detective Harry Callahan in Dirty Harry. Clint became a household celebrity and started earning substantial money thanks to this part, which was a game changer. In 1958, Clint had his breakout role on the TV series Rawhide. When he initially started out, he only made $750 each episode. Although this sum was respectable for its period, it was far from remarkable. Yet Clint's compensation increased in tandem with Rawhide's popularity. Clint was making a whopping $119,000 each episode when the program finished, which was a ton of money for that era. It was evidence that Clint was gaining fame and that audiences want his cinematic presence. Clint took a daring decision in 1964 that altered the course of events. An Italian film titled A Fistful of Dollars featured him. There wasn't a lot of money for the production, and Clint only made $15,000. The film was a smashing success, but the payout was little. The film catapulted Clint into the limelight, and his name became instantly recognizable all over the globe. His subsequent film, For a Few Dollars More, received $50,000. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly 1966 was Clint's next big part, and he made $250,000 for it, which was much more than his previous films. In the same year, he added an additional $20,000 to his already substantial earnings from a supporting part in the film L'Estrade, The Witches. The box office success of these films cemented Clint's position as a Hollywood heavyweight, particularly in the Western genre, which would forever be associated with him. By 1968, Clint was prepared to step up his game. Clint was more than just an actor in the film Hang 'Em High, in which he starred. He struck a good bargain and received $400,000 up front, in addition to, and perhaps most significantly, 25% of the film's net box office earnings. For Clint, this was a watershed moment that demonstrated his grasp of the entertainment industry's financial side. Concurrently, Clint solidified his position as a leading Hollywood actor by signing a $1 million deal with Universal Studios. His part in Where Eagles Dare also brought in $750,000. Deals like this helped Clint develop into a cunning businessman, not only an actor. One of Hollywood's greatest stars in the 70s and 80s was Clint Eastwood. His pay skyrocketed as his career continued to rise. With the release of Every Which Way But Loose in 1978, Clint earned an astounding $12 million. It was clear that Hollywood adored Clint because of this enormous sum of money. That wasn't all, however. It became the standard for Clint to receive high earnings when he made $5 million in 1984 for City Heat. However, Clint's career extended beyond acting alone. He increased his wealth even more by venturing into producing and directing. He had expanded his role to include both front and behind of the camera. Clint received $7 million for his appearance in the 1993 film In the Line of Fire. Clint had evolved into so much more by this time. A financial behemoth he had become. As a result of his brilliant risk-taking and critically acclaimed films, Clint had become one of Hollywood's most legendary actors. From humble beginnings as an ambitious young guy with no established network, he became a Hollywood icon. Clint Eastwood was a man who never stopped pushing himself, who worked hard, and who made good decisions. Clint showed that you can make millions off of little by working hard, dreaming big, and knowing how to make the proper deals. He went from making $750 each episode on Rawhide to making millions off of his movies. He exemplifies the transformative power of tenacity, wise choices, and hard work. His narrative is about more than simply fame. In addition to his acting and directing chops, Clint Eastwood has other talents. Even as a little child, he had a passion for music and would often play the boogie-woogie piano. In 1963, his album Cowboy Favorites was released. Even though Clint continued to perform live and could earn up to $15,000 at rodeos and fairs, he was never a musical superstar. His son, Kyle Eastwood, went on to become a jazz musician, all because of his father's passion for music. Clint has excellent commercial acumen and is also an accomplished litigator. He had to settle a lawsuit with a Lithuanian firm in 2021 after they exploited his likeness to market CBD products without his consent. Using what seemed to be a piece from the Today Show, the firm staged interviews and even created a phony article featuring Clint. Clint sued many firms in an effort to clear his reputation. A permanent injunction prohibiting the further use of his name without his consent and a settlement of $6.1 million were his final outcomes. A large portion of Clint Eastwood's fortune is derived from his astute stock market investments. Over the years, he has invested around $75 million, or 20% of his wealth, in stocks. The top-performing brands in his portfolio are Apple, $15 million in shares, ExxonMobil, $8 million, and Walmart, $4 million. In addition to Google, he owns stock in McDonald's, MasterCard, Tesla, and Alphabet. This demonstrates that he is at ease betting on large corporations across several industries. Clint also made a wise choice by putting money into the Pebble Beach Company. Pebble Beach Golf Links is only one of several well-known properties owned by this corporation, which also operates hotels and restaurants. Along with other partners, including the renowned golfer Arnold Palmer, Clint purchased a stake in the firm in 1999 for $2 million a share. The group's investment of $820 million was very profitable. The excellent return on investment was shown by the fact that each share was worth 4 times as much by 2020. Clint used a portion of the earnings from the 1967 successful Dollars trilogy to launch Malpaso Productions. Because it allows him more creative flexibility and maximizes the profits from his projects, the production firm has played a crucial role in his ongoing success. It is via this enterprise that Clint Eastwood has amassed his $375 million fortune. His impact extends far beyond his acting roles, as this proves. The acting, directing, producing, and astute financial decisions that Clint made allowed him to create an empire that would last for centuries. The production company that Clint Eastwood runs is quite intimate. His property in Monterey County, California is bordered by Malpaso Creek, hence the name. The decision by Malpaso Productions to provide Clint creative control over the films he was a part of catapulted him to new heights in his career. Clint could pick and select the projects he was passionate about and profit from every aspect of creating the film, not just his acting salary, according to Malpaso. Numerous Clint Eastwood features, including American Sniper, Gran Torino, $1 Million Baby, Unforgiven, and $1 Million Baby, were produced by the studio. From westerns and war plays to thrillers and biopics, the firm gave him the opportunity to test out a wide range of film genres. Clint Eastwood has directed almost 30 feature films. Both $1 Million Baby and Unforgiven brought him Academy Awards. Because of all the fantastic projects they've worked on, Malpaso Productions has a reliable stream of revenue. With each new film release, its worth rises. Like his film career, Clint's real estate ventures are outstanding. At the age of 81, he had a massive mansion constructed in Carmel by the Sea, California, which he still owns. With an approximate value of $20 million, the property spans around 15,949 square feet. Featuring stunning vistas of the Pacific Ocean, it demonstrates Clint's deep affinity for the natural world and meticulous craftsmanship. Clint owned a Spanish-style home constructed by builder Paul McLean in Bel Air, Los Angeles. The asking price for this stunning 6,136 sqt home is close to $30 million. With its blend of traditional and contemporary styles, it offers breathtaking views of the city. The fact that Clint owns Rising River Ranch, close to Casell, California, demonstrates his deep appreciation for tranquility and the natural world. Get away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood on this tranquil 1,067.5-acre property with plenty of open space. Sun Valley, Idaho, just outside of California, is home to Clint's 5,700-square-foot mansion. Beautiful 12 acres of countryside surround the house. Filming for the 1956 film Bus Stop took place at the mansion, which features Marilyn Monroe and has picturesque views of the surrounding forests and mountains. Clint is a sucker for homes with personality and history, and this one is now listed for $16 million. On Maui, Hawaii, Clint resides in a 1.5-acre mansion that is next to the water. This vacation destination is a little slice of heaven for Clint, with its stunning beaches and verdant surroundings, and it won't break the bank. As for Pebble Beach golf links, Clint is very invested in it as well. In addition to being a sound financial decision, this is a fantastic opportunity to profit from one of the world's premier golf courses. In 1999, Clint and his associates, among them was Arnold Palmer, invested $20 million into the Pebble Beach Company. Their individual share values are above $8 million at the present time. Old vehicles and Clint Eastwood's love of movies go hand in hand. Clint's passion of powerful and fashionable vehicles is evident in his collection. A little bit of automotive history in each one. One of his most renowned possessions is his 1972 Ford Gran Torino, which made an appearance in the film Gran Torino. Even when filming Wrapped, Clint held on to the strong muscle car, a symbol of American automotive pride, in green. As a reward for his performance in The Witches, the producers presented Clint with a 1966 Ferrari 275 GTB. With its powerful V12 engine, this automobile is worth around $1.7 million. His distinctive 1974 Ferrari 365 GT4 Berlinetta Boxer, valued at $475K, is one among the things that sets him apart. Clint appreciates Italian quality, as seen by its performance and stylish look. In Clint's collection, you won't find simply sports vehicles. At about $125,000, he owns a 1955 Cadillac Eldorado Series 62 convertible. An unusual characteristic is that he purchased the vehicle after tying the knot with his first wife, Maggie Johnson. The 1937 Lincoln K Series convertible and the 1977 Pontiac Special Edition Trans Am, both with the now iconic Golden Firebird decal, attest to his eclectic taste. The 1966 Morris Mini Countryman Cooper S adds a touch of British flavor to Clint's largely American collection. Anything goes in Clint's garage, including more recent concepts. A 1994 GMC Typhoon, a rare high-performance SUV, and a 2014 Fiat 500e, an electric automobile, are in his possession. The fact that Clint is the proud owner of Carmel by the Sea's Mission Ranch Hotel and Restaurant demonstrates his appreciation for both history and property. Condos were supposed to replace this old structure in the 1980s. Clint took over, purchased it, and restored it to its previous splendor. This exemplifies his commitment to preserving history and making a lasting impact. There are 31 rooms, a restaurant, and sheep grazing in the grounds of the charming resort that once belonged to Clint Eastwood. Through his films, his family, and his charitable efforts, Clint Eastwood has unquestionably made an indelible impression on the globe. As he ages, supporters and the general public are curious about his intentions for distributing his fortune. Clint Eastwood has a large and diverse family. Therefore, his estate may be distributed in several ways upon his death. Allison, Lori, Kimber, Kyle, Scott, Catherine, Francesca, and Morgan are Clint's 8 children. He has an impressive family history of painters, singers, and performers. Some of his children have even followed in his footsteps. Every one of his children has become close to him. His family is obviously extremely important to him, even if some of them are more famous than others. Taking care of his children so they may keep living comfortably or pursue their aspirations sounds like a realistic way for Clint to leave behind a legacy. If Clint's children have musical or artistic ambitions, they may get funding from his bequest to pursue such endeavors. His children are all quite talented in their own ways. Allison and Scott's acting chops are well known, and many believe they may continue Clint's Hollywood legacy. Either Clint's children would get his wealth all at once, or it might be distributed over time via trusts. As a result, his estate's worth would remain high. It's no picnic managing the estate of a celebrity, much less Clint Eastwood. Famous people often encounter unique challenges as a result of their large and intricate estates and the continual scrutiny they get from the public eye. To make sure everything goes according to plan, Clint has likely assembled a team of attorneys and accountants who have drafted a comprehensive estate plan. To keep matters private and out of court, wealthy individuals often use a combination of wills and trusts to divide their possessions according to their wishes. The state of California, where Clint resides, does not impose any kind of transfer tax. Nevertheless, federal estate taxes could be applicable. Making Clint's desires known in advance via a will may help his family avoid disagreements. Famous individuals may benefit greatly from trusts, since they allow them to avoid the public and lengthy divorce procedure. As a result, there will be less cause for family strife, as heirs may get their inheritance more discreetly and directly. The way his estate is managed might greatly impact people's memories of Clint, who has kept much of his life private. The majority of these issues may be prevented with an organized and well-planned estate plan. Mistakes and rumors may spread quickly when people are in the spotlight. The media sometimes makes assumptions about the dynamics of famous people's homes, but Clint's strong bond with his children could make such assumptions less plausible. If Clint wants to keep his family out of the spotlight, he might use trusts and other discreet ways to manage his fortune. Without proper preparation, celebrity properties have the potential to cause a great deal of trouble. For instance, Prince and Aretha Franklin both had disorganized wills that led to years of family disputes and expensive legal bills, eventually draining their fortunes. The families involved and the property's worth are both diminished by public disputes. But Michael Jackson kept a lot of his money under wraps and out of the public eye by establishing trusts. Having a well-planned will that safeguards one's family and minimizes public fights is crucial. Clint Eastwood likely learned something from these situations. For many years, Clint Eastwood has been an outspoken advocate for educational opportunities, veteran assistance, and environmental protection. A few of the organizations he has supported financially include the Monterey Peninsula Foundation, which annually hosts the ATAN-DT Pebble Beach Pro-Am and distributes the proceeds to worthy charities within Monterey County. It would be surprising if Clint did not leave a portion of his fortune to charity in his will, given his history of charitable giving. Some well-known persons even create their own philanthropic organizations, or continue to give generously from their estates. Some of Clint's wealth may be better spent by donating to organizations that fight for issues close to his heart. Clint may preserve the impact of his charitable contributions long after he passes away by establishing a foundation or donating money to existing organizations. Clint Eastwood's legacy will be defined by the details of his will and estate. He may enhance his reputation and demonstrate his generosity by donating a significant portion of his riches to charity. He may be seen as a benevolent celebrity who also happens to be quite famous. He will demonstrate his regard for family and personal relationships by leaving a bequest to his children and other relatives. If Clint wanted to leave his wealth to his loved ones, they could oversee its management, or he might establish a trust to benefit certain causes or objectives. Because trusts are adaptable, Clint has some say over the distribution of his inheritance. He may direct his assets to fund his children's careers, the arts, or charity precisely how he wants them spent with the help of a trust. It is possible that Clint's passion of creation will rub off on his children, because many of them are involved in the arts and theater. With Clint's bequest, they may be able to continue his legacy in the entertainment industry via movies, music, or other endeavors. Clint Eastwood's legacy is built around his extensive career in Hollywood, strong familial connections, and selfless charitable giving. His beliefs will likely be on display despite the fact that it will be private. To maintain harmony and ensure Clint's money goes to his chosen organizations, he should have laid out specific arrangements for his family. Everyone, not just Clint's family, will feel the effects of his decision with his riches. After Clint retires, his impact on nonprofits will be felt for years to come. He will also back his kids no matter what they do. The influence of Clint Eastwood on cinematic history is immense. Even more individuals, both inside and outside his family, may be impacted by his future estate decisions. His generosity, perseverance, and expertise will leave an impression on generations to come. The extraordinary wealth that Clint Eastwood has amassed during his life is a testament to his perseverance, dedication, and accomplishment, and it goes well beyond his renowned films. Tears of joy and nostalgia well up in his loved ones' eyes. To see more profiles of the most iconic figures in Hollywood's history, like and subscribe.